right, thank you very much, folks. Thank you all. Thank you all very much.
Hollywood, it's the Late Show starring Ross Shafer.
I grew up with nothing. I'm Blackfoot Indian. Grew up on 2 reservations. Do you want to be successful on the hunt? Well, you got to follow the herd. There's something you may not know. Vegan is an Indian word. It means a bad hunter.
Please welcome Ross Shafer.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ross Shafer, and I want to thank you, Shaka Turner, for making me aware of WIC and allowing me to have just a few moments up front to kick off your customer experience section. First of all, congratulations on the 50 years of WIC. Man, what you do for women and infants and children is really incredible, but I do appreciate how difficult it is and the challenges you're having to recruit new people into this program. And this is happening to a lot of organizations around our country because we just don't have enough great people who also want to try new things. It's stressful. You're feeling overworked and you're understaffed. And so Shaka and I were talking. I said, well, how can I help? And I said, well, she knows this. I have been writing books about the customer experience and making HR training films for 25 years. And I've noticed a lot of shifts, a lot of changes have been happening in the expectations that your patients and customers have toward you. You know, for example, that 70% plus regarding the customer experience with regard to healthcare is non-clinical. You know, for many years now, hospitals are trying to make them look like hotels, or they're trying to make this very comfortable inside the room. All great. Those, as we had been trained for a long time, were wow moments. We were trying to wow the patient so that they would be loyal to us and they'd tell their friends, and that worked for a long time. But now it's not the wow that really matters with regard to your scores and loyalty. Because even the metric companies are now telling us that the wow doesn't do it. They say things like this: determine what patients want, and then just deliver that. You don't have to totally exceed the expectations, because the biggest risk to loyalty is when you fail or you disappoint customers and patients. Okay, if that's not what it is, what is it? It's not the wow. It is the elimination of the pow moments. The pow moments. Now, here's why I'm interested in wow versus pow. Number one, it's very simple to train. It's easy to talk about, and it's easy to follow through on. The pow moments are when we fail people, when we disappoint them. It's the gut punch that we give people. Wow and pow make a lot of sense to me because I'm Native American. I'm Blackfoot Indian. And I went to a lot of powwows as a kid. Now, the powwows in history were when warring nations would get together and then they would try to sort out their differences. And hopefully at the end of the powwow, you'd figured things out. Well, now we are in 2025. We're coming up on that. And wow and pow is just as relevant. I'll give you an example of what a pow moment is. A pow moment is when a patient gets a test at maybe one of your facilities, and they're told you're going to get the results back in 5 days. Do you know when they leave, they're worried for 5 days, and then a phone call doesn't come, and a text doesn't come, an email doesn't come, and now they are freaking out. That's a definite pow moment. In our business, this is a tech company that we deal with that helps us market what we do. But they aren't answering our calls. They aren't returning the emails. So I make a phone call. I'm the owner of the company, and I get this guy on the phone, and this is what he says. Hi, this is Jason. How can I provide you with outstanding customer care? Folks, I got right in the phone and said, hey, Jason, quit this job, man. He goes, what? You're reading from a paper, aren't you? Yeah, but that's my job. No. That's not a good idea. I suggest that you find one of those jobs where you don't have to talk to actual people, Jason. We fired that company. Hired somebody who really knew what was going on. So in your own case, if you have a reception area and somebody's answering the phone and they're rude or they're too quick and they don't have a heart, don't have the empathy, very much like your E3 programs, they don't belong there. That is a pow moment waiting to explode. I'll give you another example. Our company was hired to go to Toyota dealerships and try to get people to go from the showroom acquainted with their parts and their service departments. Why? Parts and service, that's where the money is. It's not when they sell a car, it's that you keep coming back to get your car fixed. First place I go is Toyota of Puyallup, Washington. This is on the Puyallup Indian Reservation, and I lived many years there. And when I talked to the manager, he goes, oh, we can't wait for you to be here. We have something pretty interesting. We can get people from the showroom down to our parts department easy. And I go, so I did. I visited. I said, what is it you do? He was really bragging about you, that you could get him down here. He said, oh, yeah. Here's what we have. We installed an Otis Spunkmeyer cookie machine in parts. And it's like the Pied Piper. They can smell that hot cookie, and they'll walk right from the showroom in to see us. Never fails. Pretty good, right? I said, I think it's a liability. I would take it out. I think it's a potential pal moment. He goes, what are you talking about? Well, what if I smell it, I come down and the bin of cookies is empty? Now I'm disappointed with you. Well, I can't have a full-time person on the cookies. No, I know. So just take it out. Nobody will notice. I don't get it. All right, let me explain this. Because I happen to be a Toyota customer. I have a 20-year-old Land Cruiser. I love that car. I will never sell that car. I just fix it once in a while. It's very reliable. And then I come to you and you say, that noise you're hearing is a rattle under there. It's a transmission grinding. We have to replace that. It's $4,800. And then there's an installation and the labor. That's going to be another $1,780. You want a cookie? You see, I don't want a cookie. Your cookie's not going to help me feel better. What would make me feel better is just do what you do. Tell me, we have the part in stock and we can have it for you Thursday. That's what I'm talking about. You try to wow people with things they don't want. What they want is for us to just do our jobs on time and be reliable, fix it when we said we were going to fix it. And if there's a problem, we call them up or we text them and say, I'm sorry, we're waiting for the test results. We haven't gotten them yet, but they should be here by Friday at 2 p.m. That's all the customer wants, and that's what causes loyalty to happen. I have another example. Westar Energy. And this is in Kansas. And in Kansas, power is a big deal because they have a lot of storms. They have tornadoes. The power lines are constantly going down. And then the linemen, who are the heroes in the night, have to go up and get the power back on. But I wanted to find out why their scores were so low. So I interviewed people who dealt with it, with the linemen, who dealt with the call center, who dealt with the meter readers and the executive team. Then I called a big meeting and said, okay, I think we can figure this out. I think we can change it with WOW versus POW. The deal is your customers hate you. And they go, whoa, what? No, here's why. And so the linemen, the tough guys in the back say, yeah, that's all right. We hate them too. That's not a recipe for a great loyal experience, is it? And I said, well, here's what you do. You get the power back on, but in order to do that, you will saw up their famous oak tree and it will get it off the power line, get the power, but then you leave the stumps and the limbs behind. What are they supposed to do next? Or your big double axle trucks will tear through their prize rose bushes and cause a rut that deep, and you don't do anything about that. Well, there's a lot of grumbling in the room. So here's what I propose. Hand them the card. If you tear up somebody's yard, hand them a card that says, call this number, and within 48 hours, we'll be back to clean up or fix it. And you know what happened? Just by installing WOW versus POW mentality, we raised their JD Power scores 21 points in 90 days. That's what happens. Now, what was the benefit of that? Not only did they get the highest score in the energy industry, but Kansas City Power and Light, who was a competitor, wanted to buy Westar Energy. They wanted to pay 3 times what the asking price was. There is a direct correlation between not making mistakes and causing loyalty to happen. Now, this isn't just with patients. This isn't just with customers or clients. This WOW versus POW also works internally between all of you and your coworkers. This is why encouragement is just so important. We have to encourage everybody every single day if we can. Notice great things every single day. Say, nice job, good work, glad you were there, you really helped me out. And this is specifically better for younger people who are coming into your organization. Because imagine this, Gen Zs that you're going to be facing soon, who grew up on social media, the reason they love social media is because they get clicks and likes. They get instant gratification for something that they post. I think that's the good trigger to keep doing this. They need it. They want it. They want to do well for you. And the bonus for you is if you do provide daily encouragement, they will do exactly what you're expecting them to do. But even better, they will exceed their own expectations of success. Take a look.
Oh, you're not just going to walk away and give up.
Duck.
You can get that. That's yours. Nobody else. Get in there and give it some heat. Give it some heat. Get it some heat. Get in there. And you get it. You go in there, baby. And you go get it hard. You get it. You get it. Get it. That's the one right there. You get it. Yes. All right. Yeah, baby.
All right. First of all, I want to thank you, Shaka, for introducing me to WIC. I know you have a lot of challenges ahead. I wish you the very best. And if you do want to improve the customer empathy, the customer experience with your initiatives, try Wow versus Pow. It always works. I wish you the very greatest in 2025. And thank you very much for letting me join.